Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. Let me tell you, what's unfolding right now is beyond the realm of ordinary NFL rumors. I'm talking about a seismic shift, something that could alter the entire landscape of the 2026 season. And you're about to hear the first whispers of a trade that could shake the NFL to its core. What you're about to learn is not just a rumor. It's a carefully guarded secret, a move so bold, so audacious, that insiders are already comparing it to historic blockbuster trades of the past. This isn't speculation, it's a revelation from sources close to the inner circles, and I'm here to break everything down for you, step by step, with the precision of a scout who's seen it all. But beware, what I'm about to say might just be the beginning. Because, trust me, there's a bigger story hidden just beyond the horizon, waiting to explode. Now, before I get into the details, I need you to take action. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, if you want to see the full picture, hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and activate that bell. Because what's coming next will change your understanding of the NFL forever. The insiders, the true believers in the know, they already see it. Are you one of them? Or are you still on the outside looking in as the world shifts beneath your feet? Make your choice now, stay with me. Because what I'm about to reveal, and the layers of deception and strategy behind it, is nothing you've ever seen before. And believe me, the full story is only just beginning. Let's start with what's happening behind the scenes, something so clandestine, so cloaked in secrecy, that the very league whispers about it in hushed tones. Deebo Samuel, the dynamic playmaker who transformed the San Francisco 49ers and later made a splash with Washington, is now the centerpiece of a clandestine operation. And it's not just about him switching teams, it's about a masterstroke of franchise rebuilding, a chess move so bold it's practically unprecedented. You see, Samuel, the versatile wide receiver and rushing threat, has been quietly floating in free agency limbo since the 2026 draft. His market value has dipped from the high-flying days of 2021, when he racked up over 1,750 yards from scrimmage and made all-pro teams. But behind closed doors, the whispers say he's the missing piece, the catalyst that Philadelphia has been plotting for months. Why Philadelphia? Because Nick Sirianni's team is already among the league's elite, with a Super Bowl title under their belt. But here's the kicker. Sources say the Eagles are craving a weapon that can redefine their offense, elevate Jalen Hurts' play, and give them an edge in the brutal NFC. And that weapon? It's not just a receiver, it's a game changer. They see Samuel as the perfect fit, a player whose yards after catch, explosive ability, and versatility mirror the kind of superstar the Eagles need to send shockwaves through the league. And the mutual interest has been building in silence, with insiders revealing secret meetings, clandestine talks, and even covert logistics that resemble a spy movie. Now, I know what you're thinking, how can this happen? Well, keep in mind, the Eagles have one of the most flexible cap situations in the league, and their front office has proven time and again they're masters of cap gymnastics. Rumors swirl that they're prepared to make a splash, to go all in on this offseason's biggest domino. The question is, what are they willing to give up? And more importantly, how does the trade truly unfold? Here's where it gets wild. The rumored package being discussed involves a combination of draft picks, perhaps a first-rounder next year along with a second-rounder or a young player with upside. The details are still shrouded in secrecy, but sources close to the negotiations suggest that the Eagles are prepared to offer a package that's both attractive and risky. Why risky? Because Samuel's injury history and the market's shift from his peak have lowered his price tag, making him a bargain for a team with the cap space and vision to seal the deal. But let's talk about the mechanics. How does this trade actually come together? The Eagles, with their recent moves extending Sirianni, bringing in Sean Mannion as offensive coordinator and shoring up their defense, are positioning for something bigger. They've been strategic, assessing their roster's depth, cap room, and the potential impact of Samuel's explosive playmaking. Meanwhile, the 49ers, still reeling from the departure of their star receiver and the uncertainty at wideout, might be inclined to move Samuel if the price is right. Remember, San Francisco's front office has been balancing roster retooling after recent Super Bowl efforts, and with draft capital and cap space tight, they might see a trade as a necessary move to rebuild quickly. Now, consider the salary cap gymnastics involved. Samuel, projected to command around $21 million per year in his next deal, is a bargain in today's market, especially given his ability to stretch defenses and turn short catches into game-changing plays. The Eagles, with estimated cap space approaching $25 million, are prepared to make this move work financially. They'd likely restructure some deals, shed a veteran or two, and leverage the draft picks to sweeten the pot. The deal, once consummated, would be a game-changer, a trade that could send shockwaves through the league and elevate the Eagles' Super Bowl odds. But why is this move so significant beyond just the football? Because Samuel's fit in Philadelphia isn't just scheme, it's cultural. The Eagles are building a team that plays fast, aggressive, and with relentless energy. Samuel embodies that ethos. His explosive yards after catch, his versatility as a receiver and runner, and his penchant for making highlight reel plays align perfectly with Sirianni's offensive philosophy. It's a marriage of scheme and player that could redefine the NFC picture. Now let's take a deep dive into his film. When you watch Samuel, whether it's his classic screen routes, contested catches, or burst through the line for big gains, what stands out? Explosiveness, vision, athleticism. The ability to break tackles, evade defenders, and turn a 5-yard pass into a 50-yard touchdown. His career yards from scrimmage have been fluctuating, but when healthy, he's shown elite production. Advanced metrics confirm his yards after catch ranking among the best in the league, and his burst metrics, 40-yard dash in the 4.4s, shuttle times, and agility scores, still rank among the top for wideouts. In addition, his role as a rusher adds an extra dimension to the Eagles' offense. Last season with Washington, despite less usage, Samuel averaged a solid 4.7 yards per carry and proved he's a matchup nightmare in space. When combined with Jalen Hurts' dual-threat ability, the potential for a multifaceted attack is immense. Philadelphia's offensive scheme, under Sirianni's innovative play calling, would unlock Samuel's full potential, turning him into a centerpiece for the next evolution of their offense. It's no surprise that scouts and analysts across the league are raving about the fit. Some say Samuel's style and build, 6 foot, 215 pounds with a physical edge, are reminiscent of a young Terrell Owens or Andre Johnson. His ability to work the middle of the field, create after the catch, and line up in multiple spots makes him a nightmare for defenses. If the trade goes through, expect defenses to scramble because Samuel's presence would instantly transform the Eagles' offense into one of the most explosive in the league. Now, what about the impact on the NFC? The Eagles adding Samuel isn't just a minor upgrade, it's a statement. Rivals like the Cowboys, 49ers, and even the Giants are already sweating. The league's best defenses, and there are plenty, will have to game plan around Samuel's explosiveness. And for the Eagles, the sky's the limit. With Samuel stretching the field and creating chaos beneath, Jalen Hurts will have the ultimate weapon to take the next step, to become a true MVP candidate once more. But here's the real kicker, the trade's ripple effect. If this deal happens, it signals that the Eagles are all in. They're chasing greatness, willing to sacrifice draft capital and cap flexibility for immediate dominance. And the 49ers? They're likely feeling the heat, knowing Samuel's departure could set off a domino effect in their receiver core, prompting a flurry of moves in the upcoming weeks. And what about the league? Well, elite teams will be watching closely, because Samuel's arrival in Philadelphia would rewrite the offensive playbook. It would force defenses to shift schemes, double-team, or risk giving up explosive plays. The NFL's landscape would shift almost overnight, with the Eagles suddenly emerging as the NFC's most formidable force. And that's only the beginning. In conclusion, my professional assessment? This is the move of the offseason. The trade, once it happens, will be remembered as a turning point, a strategic masterpiece that rewrites the rules of how teams build championship rosters. Samuel's biggest career chapter is about to be written in Philadelphia, and I promise you the entire league will feel it. Watch this space, because the next few weeks will be filled with twists, surprises, and the kind of drama only the NFL can deliver. And trust me, what we're on the verge of witnessing is only the tip of the iceberg. The real story is still coming. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and get ready for the seismic shift that will define this generation's NFL. Because when the dust settles, one thing will be clear. Philadelphia just made a move so bold, so visionary, that it's destined to go down in league history. And you're lucky to be here with me for the inside scoop. The era of Samuel in Philly is about to dawn, and the league will never be the same.